You know, I just want to follow up on that. If we are going to be re-looking at the wetlands, can we do that with a smaller rather than larger staff?
No.
Well, we can't, right? Yeah, I mean, we are so in Vermont appreciative of the work that USDA has done, and we're really concerned, as I think a lot of people are, and Senator Justice as well, about the staffing cuts, because we had a staff aspirational level, and our actual numbers were a good deal below that. And now, since the buyouts in the DOGE cuts, it's really been significantly compromised. My experience with the USDA in Vermont is it's really efficient. And what's so, you know, actually, Mr. Chairman, Ranking Member, what's so wonderful about it is like farmers trust you guys, and that trust is in short supply. So. I guess you've been asked by others about this USDA, the funding cuts, so I'm not going to keep asking about it, but just join my colleagues who are concerned about it and express my appreciation and admiration for the work that has been done. But with the loss of USDA, does anybody see a way forward where we can be successful doing the work that has to be done? With significant reductions in staff. Mr. Blair, do you want to take a stab at that?
Yeah, I'll be glad to. And thank you, Senator Welch, for the question. And we are concerned about it, but we're resilient, like all farmers and ranchers are. We feel like there is a way forward. We do need to keep our employees, as many as we can. We have lost employees through retirement and other programs. The terminations that occurred early on was key, because those were a lot of upcoming new employees that had been trained and were well prepared for a long-term career in conservation.
Yeah.
So
you know, let me interrupt you. That's right. See, I don't think any of us here are against looking at any program, kicking the tires. How can we do it better? Where can we reduce? Where do we need some more resources? But my observation is that it was a situation where folks came in and had a goal, and then a lot of notices were sent out to people terminating them from their jobs. And it was in advance of taking a look at the function was, how do you do it, and how can you do it better? And I think there's some damage that's been done as a result of the way in which it rolled out. But let's say that after the dust settles, and it's settling now, there's a conclusion that in a lot of our state programs, we have to, in fact, re-resource. I mean, Mr. Ellis, can you just describe how we would proceed to do that?
Yeah, I mean, I think the key, Senator, is, you know, I'm a half glass full type of person, right? I think it's about collaboration and partnerships, and we're going to have to rely on that to help our farmers and ranchers across to kind of reach some of that. I think a lot of the
well, you know, I just want to be candid. You're all half full. Probably you're full. You can't be in agriculture without being half full, right? I mean, you have to disregard experience and continue to hope and show up. And God bless you that you do that. But at a certain point, you got to get concrete. You know, if we've lost 10 or 15 or 20% of the staff and we still have the same job or more, how are we going to proceed? So I guess I can't ask for an answer on that, but is that a shared concern that you have? How do we put this back together again?
yes.
All right. Thank you. I yield back.
Senator?
Yes.
I'd like to say one thing.
Sure.
When you talk about the staff shortage, I'm here representing Pheasants Forever and Quail Forever.
Right.
And my whole career in Washington, we talked about years ago, and it's still even more vital now, how do we leverage private entities, private funds with federal? And I would like to use the example of Pheasants Forever, Quail Forever, where we have the wildlife biologists. We have over 400 people, 370 or 80, I think, that actually share with USDA. And I think that's one path. We need to leverage private funds to help with the technical assistance and making sure we have money for the organizations that are doing that, and even expand that so that we aren't spending all federal
Right.
dollars.
Well, that's interesting because, of course, that's a model that's used with our National Park Services and in some cases with good effect. But we can't transfer all of the burden to the private sector from the philanthropic sector.
But I think if we leverage it
Yeah.
and do it partially,
Yeah.
I think that would help.
Thank you very much.
Sure.